Today we're going to be talking about Justin Jefferson, wide receiver, LSU. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date with all the great content coming from the team over here at RotoHeat.com. Jefferson's between 6'2 and 6'3", 185 pounds, and between 2017 and 2019 he had 165 catches for 2,415 yards and 24 touchdowns. He also added 6 carries for 30 yards. Although we do want to note that in 2019 he had a breakout season, 111 catches, 1,540 yards, and 18 touchdowns. For athletic ability, we gave him a 7 out of 10. This is going to be a pretty recurring theme with Jefferson throughout this evaluation. Lots of 7s. Team definitely likes him a lot. He's not necessarily the fastest guy in the field, a huge big play threat, but he can be a very long striding, above average speed, type of receiver. Not the most dynamic athletic profile by any means, but the guy is very good at a lot of things. Very quick feet. As we get further into the evaluation, talking about hands and some of these other things, you're going to see some other areas that are better than his athletic profile. But he's more than capable as an NFL receiver with his athletic profile. For toughness, we gave him a 7 out of 10 again. I love watching his film because he is not afraid to go over the middle. Burrow obviously is a very good quarterback, placing the ball where the receiver can get it and be able to do some running after the catch. So there was, he could go over the middle and get it and then be able to scoot down the field some more. But that shows a lot of toughness. There's a lot of receivers that don't want to go over the middle because they're afraid of that contact. They don't want to get hit. And he's not afraid of that. He's not afraid of blocking. I would say he's an above-average blocker, especially at the receiver position. The dude just has no fear, and coaches at the next level are going to love that about him. By far his best ability, hands, we gave him a 7.3 out of 10. This dude's reliable. He tracks the ball extremely well. By far, when you're watching the footage, by far the best thing we see about him. He almost like he has stickum on his hands. He's got very sticky hands. You didn't see him dropping a lot of passes. He caught contested balls really well. Not only in the air, maybe not necessarily high pointing. He doesn't have the best leaping ability, but he goes up and he'll get the ball. It doesn't matter where it's at, he's going after it, and he does a great job with it. We're excited about this. This is definitely something that will be another endearing factor to coaches at the next level. They want to know that when it's 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, and they call your number, you're getting that ball. And Jefferson's one of those guys that you can trust. For Yak, we gave him another 7.3 out of 10. This dude, to go along with the toughness, he fights for extra yards. He's definitely one of those dudes you trust when you need to move the chains. He does a good job with his vision, his field vision, to see holes, and once he gets deeper into the secondary, or when he's in the area of the linebackers, as soon as he gets the ball, his head's around and he's making things happen. He's got quick feet. He has a good body control so that he can kind of move very smoothly in and out of the different holes as he's moving along as he's moving down the field. For route running, he got another 7.3 out of 10. This dude is crisp. He is a very smooth route runner. He can. The unfortunate thing is he can be a little slow on his releases, but he's just got a very well-developed route tree. I loved it that they kind of had him all over the place. You had him on the outside. They moved him in closer, almost like that big slot receiver role we've been seeing used so much in the NFL now by teams like New Orleans with Michael Thomas. I mean, he definitely profiles as that type of receiver, and with great hands and a more than capable athletic profile and toughness and ability to get yards after the catch. I mean, it adds up to just a really safe prospect, especially at the wide receiver position where you want to hit and get a guy who has wide receiver 2, possibly 1 type potential. I mean, this is a guy that he's got all these different things are showing us that not only route running, but all these abilities show us good things, and we're excited about that. Overall, we gave him a 7.2 out of 10. A lot of the evaluators definitely think he's underrated. We think he's going to be a very safe choice in this NFL draft. He's going to be in the conversation in the fantasy world about being one of the 5 best receivers in this draft class. When you put this entire profile together, you see a guy whose floor is probably a lot higher than most. He does everything really well, and he's very, very, for a guy who only had really one stellar breakout season, I mean, he shows out like a guy who's been doing it forever. Obviously 2018, his numbers weren't terrible. His first year of Burrow, it wasn't like it was bad. It just wasn't eye-popping like 2019. So we're excited about him. We definitely think he's probably going to be a second-round pick in most cases. Now, obviously, when the underrated tag on him goes to not underrated anymore, he's probably more like a back half of the first-round pick. So definitely keep your eyes out on that, depending on when you're doing your rookie drafts. You're probably going to have to get him earlier if you want to grab him, probably back half of the first round. So make sure you let us know what you think about Justin Jefferson. As you evaluate him, let us know what you're thinking about his ability at the next level and for your fantasy team. Don't forget to also let us know who you want us to rate and review next.
Also, right there, playlist. Hit it. Watch the videos. Do it. You want to. Do it.